Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Real Podcast. I'm Black Mystique. Here, we're going to be talking about just about everything you could think about, so expect the unexpected. I hope you're ready.
Hello, everybody. This video is something I've been wanting to talk about for as long as it's become popular with Nick Shirley and his claims of the Somalians doing fraud in Minnesota. At first, when I heard this story, I was like a lot of people out there, I was definitely shocked and I was very much not happy about what the Somalian people were doing. I all about if you do wrong, you should face consequences, and especially when you're taking advantage of people or taking advantage of tax money, which are from the people. I was really, really concerned about that, and I was thinking very negative at the beginning and wanted them to face like justice for that. But then I found out Nick Shirley was a mega loser. After that, just like some of the smart people, the critical thinkers, I'm sure red flags went off. Although we haven't confirmed yet, if this is true or not, after somebody is confirmed to be mega and fully intertwined with Trump, as we know, Trump is unfortunately not somebody that we could that anyone could rely on or trust for his word or anything. So if you are intertwined to that, you're definitely not somebody that is trustworthy and should not be questioned. People are saying, and I would say myself, that Nick Shirley is the new Charlie Kirk. He's another minion that Mega is using to bring down, communities and bring up the idea of racist, conversation, and just overall, he's the person that they're using to carry out a lot of their toxic behaviors. I did really find it very interesting that Trump was talking about Somalia and, trying to have all these negative views on Somalia, which I'm sure some of the views that, or discussions that have been about Somalia, they're not always good. However, he was, making this conversation and Trump was trying to make Somalians look bad. And then just a little bit after, all of a sudden, there's this whole fraud that just came out of nowhere. And, the person that it came from, Nick Shirley, he is not qualified to even, source this information. So, there's definitely some inside behind the scenes job working where he's, interacting with powerful people and being fed information, and he's just the person that is the face. Speaking of faces, does this look like the face that we could trust without any question? Like, he does not look like he could even form a full sentence. He's the perfect representative of a mega supporter because they are very uneducated and they're young and just complete minions to the higher ups that are in mega. He is very, very questionable, and I definitely would not be believing what he said, especially after things that have come about. Of course, he's getting a lot more support, from minority groups because we actually, are able to see things for what they are, and our vision is not clouded by racism and discriminatory thoughts. I'm not saying the Somalian people are, innocent. I'm sure they have had their issues. And I know I heard that Leering daycare, which apparently might have changed back to learning daycare, they were closed down prior to him even coming and doing his interview or his journalism. They were already closed down due to malpractices. So everything that he did was done to a place that was already shut down. So obviously he was creating a story out of nothing. So yeah, there's a lot to question. And even as far as the name, which is something that I noticed that he tries to bring attention to. If a person chooses to spell a company any way they want, they're entitled to do that. It doesn't have to be a specific word. It could be a creative name. It could be anything. So that's not, we can't even confirm that that is what the intentions of that name was supposed to be, if it was supposed to be learning or leering. So just that alone does not justify fraud. And yeah, as people are saying, he, as just a common, low educated mega supporter, he went into these places and tried to get information, and they have no reason to give him information. He is nothing to them. He has no authority. So a lot of the responses that he was getting, it made them look bad, but really they don't have to respond to him. And I really do believe that a lot of the videos that were taken are definitely manipulated to favor what he wants for people to see. And the people who believe in this stuff without like proper critical thinking, they definitely are between racist or just lower education, just like a mega fan would be. So that is what I feel about this. I hope there is justice for, the daycares and the companies that he harassed and are innocent. There should be swift justice against this gentleman. He is probably going to, or not gentleman, my apologies. He will probably be supported by mega supporters. So, and we see how that works out. They end up giving people millions off of doing bad behavior just to support their sick needs or sick wants. So we see how that works out. But I think he needs to be criminally charged for defamation, and anything else that could happen to him. Yeah, we can't do anything about the mega supporters continuing to prop him up, but we could definitely see what we could do on the other end of it and bring him to justice for his behavior. Thank you for watching my channel. Continue to follow me so you can get stories hot off the print. Hope to see you soon.